Do you think that bachelor's degree is a must? No. Not for code. Not for code. Like bachelor's degree for like building bridges, civil engineer. Bachelor's degree if you want to build rockets and shoot people into space. Bachelor's degree if you want to do surgery and stuff. Like certain things, you need degrees. Not for code. Like what happens if your code breaks? Like you leak some data. Maybe that's pretty bad. But it's not like, you know. How can one stay motivated to learn code? Motivation is a myth. Motivation comes and goes. You're gonna be learning code when you're not motivated a lot. Probably more than when you're motivated. Want motivation? Look at your bank account. That's a pretty good one. Mike knows. How do you stick to a schedule when you're the one who sets it and only have yourself to answer to? I mean, I don't have, like, I have myself to answer to, but I also have a mortgage, which means I have to answer to the bank if they don't get their money, which means they're gonna come knocking. Where's my money? And then if I don't have it, they're gonna take my house. That's pretty big motivator. How to deal with frustration when the code doesn't work? I think that's something we all experience. You just got to take a big deep breath and decide if you want to take a break or just look through Stack Overflow. You have to set boundaries at work as soon as you get to work. Because if you do it later on the job, they're going to be like, what's up? What's wrong? Is something? What? You have to do it first thing when you get the job. UI designer versus web dev, which is better? It really depends on what you want to do. Like, do you like design more? If you just like straight up design, UI. If you like the code, sitting in the code, getting frustrated with the code, the whole process of making it work, the web dev. How do you keep motivation? Man, that seems to be like a really common question today. Or just in general. No one keeps motivation, and anyone who says they're motivated every day is a liar. That's just how it is. No one is motivated every single day, all day, 24/7. That's just not how it works. That's just like hustle porn is what I would call it. You know those dudes that are like, I'd rather hustle 24/7 than slave 9 to 5. No, you won't. Why would you do that, dude? Like, take a break. It's okay. It's just like, it comes and goes. You got to do things when you don't want to. It's like going to the gym. You're not always motivated to go to the gym. I have a BS in finance, thinking about getting a software. Should I go for it? Would it be worth it? I don't know your personal motivations for it. It could be. AWS or Azure? AWS. What's your development specialty? Whatever gets the job done. That's how I work. I have 2 job offers. Working at a school district in IT or a local company doing IT. I'm leaning more towards the school district. School district, you're not going to get paid that much, but it's going to be like secure. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate the corporation? Nah, man, look, everyone thinks I'm like super socialist and anti-capitalist and whatever, right? Like, I'm really not. I'm just play the same game as them, dude. Like, I'm very like, I don't usually talk politics, but I don't pick sides. Can't hate the player, you gotta hate the game, you know? I just play the game. You hate recruiters? No, I just realized the game they're playing. Front end or back end? I'm a visual person, so I like front end. Is age discrimination a problem? Yes. 100%. Ethan, what's up, man? Any experience in machine learning? I did a course on Coursera, but I didn't finish it. Do you wish you were any more or less popular? I don't know. I don't know if popularity is a good or bad thing. Just one of the 80% of people that never comment checking in. Neil, I'm that person too. I never comment on other people's channels. What salary would you take to move to San Francisco? I don't want a salary because if you have a salary, you can't business expense. And if you can't business expense, you don't control your finances. So no amount of salary would get me to move to San Francisco. What do you think about apprenticeships or internships? I think in Europe they're more required than the United States, but overall there's no difference in an internship and a junior dev role. If YouTube closes tomorrow, do you think you'll be able to find a job the next day? Yeah, I think actually some companies would appreciate my honesty and appreciate my transparency, because I know how to run a business because I do it. I have a couple people that I pay. I know how this all works. Like I could optimize their business, but I don't think I would need to. I could do other things. What's your opinion on Open Classroom? Open Classroom is dope. I used to work there. I used to be a mentor there. I used to teach people how to code. Is it possible to find a job on Indeed to work as a junior front-end dev but remote from Serbia? You're going to be looking for contract positions. If you're outside of the United States but you want to work for a company in the United States, you're going to be looking at contract because it's really easy for them to pay you that way. What age were you when you started a program? I was 24. I remember when you had under 50 live stream viewers. You're doing very well. Seth, it's crazy to me. I try not to think about the numbers. I'm just a regular person like you guys, eating my apples and peanut butter. Can you work remote for salary? Yeah, I had a programming job that was remote. It was remote React. Is it unreasonably difficult to find a remote job? I mean, remote is difficult if it's your first job or your last job. It's just everybody wants to sit at home and work. What's the deal with the background check agencies? I mean, I just want to make sure that, I mean, I don't know what they want to make sure of. Probably that you're legally able to work. Where do you see yourself in 5 years or 10 years? That's a good question. Probably still doing this, but a lot better quality. Maybe, like, I'd rather be in person with people, like, helping them. Your opinion about certificates? Most web dev certificates don't matter. Nobody cares. You're going to get a code test. That's the certificate that matters, like your ability to pass a code test. Are you working for a company? No, I work for myself. I have my own company. What does it do? It makes money from ad revenue, and basically, you could just call me a YouTuber, and I have a business that I run where all the money goes for everything I get from YouTube. I like making content more than I like coding. Need to earn money. I'm studying at a university, but I don't think that university will give me what I want. Should I learn web dev and start freelancing? Yeah, I mean, if you want to freelance as a dev, you could just do it with WordPress. If I'm passing a code test, front-end web dev, I mean, every code test wants something different, so. How are you storing and growing wealth? Yeah, that's like, rich people don't store their wealth. They convert it into assets, but you need a lot of money to do that. So right now, I don't really have enough money to really invest in anything that matters. So, is first on-site support engineer a bad job? No, I don't think so. How much would you sell a website for? It depends what their budget is. You play the game. I mean, if their budget's $1,000, I'm gonna sell you a website for $1,000. If their budget's $500, and it depends on how big it is, I'm gonna sell you for $500. I mean, when you know it's time to take a break from work, you gotta be real careful. Like, burnout creeps up on you and then it pounces. At least that's how it's been for me. Like, I was thinking about doing like let's review cover letters stream or something, but like I've been pushing a lot of content lately, so I was like, this is gonna be a chill stream, and if people show up, great. If not, great. But so you gotta be real careful. When you start feeling the signs of like, I need a break, maybe push that a little further, just if you want, but then you gotta stop. You gotta avoid burnout. You can't get, like, once you burn out, it's 10 times harder to get going than if you were to just take a break. I do more work than I get paid for. This is my first dev job, and doing this for the past 2 years. Can I have a big chunk of experience? So I can have a big chunk of experience on my resume. Opinion on this strategy. If you're at 2 years, time to go, dude. Bye. Like, get a new job. Start applying. Always apply. Like, even when you have a great job, always apply. Yeah, I go really hard. I go really, really hard on my live streams, and I try to answer every single question, and I know I'm not doing that today. Let me apologize up front, because I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy on Twitch that gets a dono and like doesn't even read it. Let me play my game, you know, like when they donate like $100 to Shroud and they're like, what's your mouse setting? Doesn't even acknowledge it. Like, I don't want to be that guy. But we're just chilling, so I'm going a little slower today. Are you going to invest in rental houses? You need a lot of money to do that. But yes. Do you think the AI will surpass the brainpower of all humans combined by 2045? You recommend Udemy or Pluralsight? Pluralsight's more corporate. Probably Udemy. Are you freelancing or working? I do YouTube. How'd you end up in Finland? I got married to a girl. Didn't work out. But I had to finish school or I was going to come back to nothing. Are you totally against working for somebody else? Everyone can't start a business. That's not true. Everyone can be a freelancer. Everyone can be a contractor, which is technically self-employed, but you're receiving money from someone else. Everyone can do that. You can be an employee and be self-employed with your own business. But no, I'm not totally against working for somebody else. Play by your rules, okay? Don't play by their rules. That's what I'm about. Like, always look out for yourself first. The company will tell you, well, you know, it's all about, is it good for the company? No. It's all about what's good for yourself. How to decline a job offer the proper way. Just say, I've accepted another opportunity at this time. Thank you so much for the interview. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to hopefully speaking with you in the future. Unity, Unreal, Source, or your own engine? I would go with Unreal because they got the Fortnite money, even though Epic is kind of poop. But for like game devs, pretty good. Is Elon Musk your inspiration? No. What are the strengths and weaknesses to PHP compared to JavaScript? PHP is messy. That's the main thing. People say don't burn bridges for like jobs, but it's always been my philosophy that if I'm never gonna cross that bridge again because I'm going the opposite direction, or I'm already over it, then I don't care. I have enough confidence in myself for me to know that if they were completely like crappy to me, then I'm gonna tell them how it is, and I'm gonna leave. Is Python the future? Python can do anything, just not very good. It's like PHP. What's the best soup to eat while coding? Chicken soup, or maybe tomato. What do you mean by not very good? I mean, like, depending on what you make, it might be slower than some other like language you could write it in. Are summaries required in a resume? I mean, summary shouldn't be like a book. It should just be like a statement. Texas style chili is the best. Oh, you got me. I'm wrong. That's true. You win. Do you think that bachelor's degree is a must? No. I'm not for code. Not for code. Like bachelor's degree for like building bridges, civil engineer. Bachelor's degree if you want to build rockets and shoot people into space. Bachelor's degree if you want to do surgery and stuff. Like certain things, you need degrees. Not for code. Like what happens if your code breaks? Like you leak some data. Maybe that's pretty bad. But it's not like, you know.